Today, Emmett and I are going to give you a few beginner's tips to driving back roads. So today we're just going to share some quick tips that we've learned over the years of our driving, driving techniques we've learned from other people, things we've picked up ourselves, and just good general knowledge. Step 1, turn off your music. So no Nickelback while you're driving. Do not listen to Eurobeat music.
Unless you want to crash, because if you're listening to Eurobeat, you will try and drift.
Alright, now that you've turned your music off and you're not trying to kill yourself because you're way too pumped up, step 2.
Rolling your windows down. I like to roll my windows down because I can hear what the car's doing better. I can hear the tires if they're starting to lose grip or not. So that all comes down to what you're comfortable with. That's just me. But yeah, I thought we'd throw that one in there.
Yeah, it's more like step 1.5 because it kind of has to do with the whole wanting to hear your tires, wanting to hear your exhaust. That way you know. Some people drive purely by the sound of their engine. I know that I hear my shift points, and that's when I shift. I know when to release the clutch from downshifts because of the sound. I don't really look at the tachometer. I keep my eyes on the road. So it just kind of follows along with you really want to be in tune with your car. You don't want to have anything that is droning out the sound. Step 3, it's keeping your hands at 9 and 3 on the wheel. Put your hands at 9 and 3 on the wheel. Don't really let go. Do you know why we don't let go? Emmett will explain.
Well, if you let go, and let's say you hit a bump or a pothole, and when you're going faster or on the brakes really hard, it can kind of pull the wheel one way or the other, and that's a really good way to crash.
Moreover, when you're transitioning between corners, it is more difficult to rotate and go hand over hand or release the wheel and shuffle the wheel than it is to just snap your arms back and forth. And it may look like a trendy new dance, but really it's race car driving, so keep that in mind. Ultimately, keeping your hands at 9 and 3 will give you the most control over your car.
The more often you keep both hands on the wheel, the better control you have, because it's easier for, let's say, you to pull down with your right arm to turn into the right, and then it's easier for you to pull down and turn in to go to the left. So if you can quickly transition between one corner to the next by having your both hands on the wheel, you're going to have a better time.
Step 4, make sure you really know how to operate your car, especially if it's a manual. You have to be able to rev match, heel toe, all the good stuff. If you can't heel toe yet, you can still drive back roads, but it will be more challenging.
Basically, don't drive outside of your ability level.
Step 4, make sure you are very in control of your car. By this we mean know how to shift properly, know how to downshift, know how to brake. Your next step, driving back roads, is braking. You want to brake well before the corner and just hold your speed into it after you brake. You don't want to dive the nose in, you don't want to go hard or anything, you just want to start to feel how the car handles corners. Finding the limits of your car is extremely important. Not as in, go as hard as you can into a corner until you understeer or until you oversteer out of it. I'm talking about understanding the limits of your car.
Learn your braking points.
Yeah, learn your braking points. Learn when late braking is too late. Learn when to accelerate out of the corner. If you're in an all-wheel drive car, you pretty much just balance the throttle through it and control the understeer. If you're an all-wheel drive car, you can basically floor it from the apex and you'll be fine. Front-wheel drive, you might get some wheel spin, but maybe a little understeer. Rear-wheel drive, you can spin.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful on rear-wheel drive, especially if it's kind of dusty or if it's wet. Then you have to be really careful, because if you don't roll onto the throttle, if you get onto the throttle quickly, it'll just give it too much power and it'll start to slide, and that's really hard to control after that. Or you do control it, but you lose all your momentum.
Like I said in my beginner's guide to driving manual, smooth control movements are everything. On the back roads, it is extremely important to be as smooth as possible. You do not want to be jerking around at the wheel. You don't want to be punching the throttle and letting off super fast. You want slow in, slow out, and easy controlled steering movements. Whether you're in an automatic or a manual, it doesn't matter. You want to make sure that you have easy controlled movements.
Looks like Nick and Emmett forgot to make an outro. So I'm sitting here about 3 a.m. Trying to make an outro for the video. So if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all your support and all the subscribers that we've gained as of recently. If you like this style of video, please let us know in the comment section down below. Thanks. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.